up, y'all? Welcome back to the Zayvon Sports Podcast. I'm your host, Isaiah. And y'all, I'm here to preview the WNBA Semifinals matchup between the Minnesota Lynx and the Connecticut Sun. So without further ado, let's get straight into it. And y'all, let's get to my key matchups and my X factor for this series. And y'all, my first key matchup is Nafisa Collier versus Alyssa Thomas. Y'all, I think these are two top five players in the league right now. You look at Alyssa Thomas; she's one of the more well-rounded players in WNBA history. I mean, she literally can do everything on the court, y'all. The only thing she does not do well is shoot, because due to her shoulder injuries that she has, but she can even still make some mid-range shots to leave her open. I mean, Alyssa Thomas is a great rebounder, she's a great playmaker, and elite defender, y'all. I mean, she can guard every single position on the floor, and she just brings a great physicality and intensity to every single game, y'all. And then you look at Nafisa Collier. Nafisa Collier has established herself as a superstar player in the league this year, man. She gives you about 20 points, 10 rebounds, about 2 steals and 2 blocks per game. So she literally, missed do everything. So I cannot wait to see this matchup, y'all. I do expect these two young ladies to be guarding each other the majority of this series, because you look at the rest of their team, I don't really think they have any other players on their teams that can, really guard them at a high level. So because of that, I expect Nafisa Collier and Liz Thomas to be guarding each other a lot in this series. And it's going to make for a very fun matchup, y'all, because whenever you got two top five players going at one another, it's going to be must-see television. All right, y'all, my second key matchup is Kayla McBride versus Dejanay Carrington, y'all. And this season, Dejanay Carrington, she's been a pretty solid defender, but now she's going against one of the greatest shooters in WNBA history in Kayla McBride, y'all. And Dejanay is really going to have to be on her P's and Q's, because if she's not, Kayla McBride is going to tear the Connecticut Sun up, y'all. Because Kayla McBride, I've seen her hit, 6, 7 threes before in the game. And not only is Kayla McBride an elite shooter, y'all, but she's also an elite player in terms of like her off the ball movement. You always have to make sure you have your eyes on Kayla McBride, because she just moves all over the floor. And if you lose track of her, man, lose sight of her, she will get open and hit a three in your face. And so this is going to be a huge matchup, y'all, for Dejanay Carrington. Dejanay has said that she's a really good defender in the league. Well, now, y'all, it's time for her to prove that, because she's going against a great player in Kayla McBride. Again, one of the greatest shooters in WNBA history. So, Dejanay, let's see what you have, y'all. We know what Kayla McBride has. I mean, Kayla McBride has been a very good player in the WNBA for about, 7 to 8 years now. So, we know what she's going to do. But, Dejanay, let's see what you're going to do in the bright lights, because now the pressure is on you. And, y'all, my third and final key matchup in this series is the Minnesota Lynx offense versus the Connecticut Sun defense. And the Connecticut Sun might be the best defensive team in the WNBA, but y'all, the Minnesota Lynx, man, they have a high-powered offense, and it's due to just the amount of shooters that they have on the floor. I mean, they have about 4 players, y'all, that's shooting over 40% from three for them. In their first-round series against the Phoenix Mercury, they shot as a team 40% from three, and so let's see if the Connecticut Sun, y'all, are going to be able to contain the Minnesota Lynx from three, because what we've seen the Minnesota Lynx do this year, y'all, against team is shoot the three ball extremely well. Now, we know they have some players, Courtney Williams, Nafisa Collier, they can attack the basket. But this Lynx team, y'all, they love to spread you out. They love to space the floor. And the Connecticut Sun, even though they're a great defensive team, we're going to really see y'all if they're up for the task, because the Lynx are an incredibly hard team to defend, because they just have so many shooters on this team, y'all. I mean, Kayla McBride obviously is an elite three-point shooter. Nafisa Collier is a solid three-point shooter. Courtney Williams is a really good three-point shooter. And then off the bench, when she plays, y'all, you have Alyssa Pilley that can hit threes. You got Alana Smith, who's an elite three-point shooter. You got Bridget Carlton, who's also an elite three-point shooter. You got Natisha Heidemann, who's a really solid three-point shooter. And so the Minnesota Lynx just have so much shooting on this team that they can really be hard to stop their offense, y'all. But the Connecticut Sun do have a great defense led by Alyssa Thomas, but they also have Bree Jones. They have DeWanda Bonner as well, y'all. So let's see if the Connecticut Sun's defense can control this high-powered Minnesota Lynx offense. And, y'all, my X factor for this series is Marina Mabrey. Marina Mabrey was incredible in their first-round series against the Indiana Fever. She had that big three-point shot in game 2 that basically won them that game and ended up winning them that series, y'all. And so if Marina Mabrey can replicate that performance, and honestly, if she could play a little bit better, because in game 2, she was not that efficient, If she could be a little bit more efficient, y'all, and just continue her stellar play, I mean, she could really change the outlook of this series because we know the Connecticut Sun, what they stand for defensively. But y'all, they do have problems sometimes generating offense. But Marina Mabry is the one player on this team that is an elite three-point shooter. She's an elite shot creator. She can get her shot off basically against anybody in the WNBA. And if she is on her game, y'all, it can really open things up for the Connecticut Sun in terms of going to their paint players, Alyssa Thomas, Bree Jones, and DeWanda Bonner. So Marina Mabry is my X factor for this series, y'all. She needs to have a huge series if Connecticut Sun have a chance to win this series, y'all. And with that being said, it is time for me to give y'all my winner of this series. And y'all, I think that this series is gonna come down to one thing. It's gonna come down to the Minnesota Lynx having a little bit too much shooting, y'all, for the Connecticut Sun. And y'all, I have the Minnesota Lynx beating the Connecticut Sun in 5 games. And listen, the Connecticut Sun, y'all, they've been knocking on the door of a WNBA championship for like the last 6 seasons now. But I just think, y'all, the Minnesota Lynx, the team that they have shown themselves being the entire year, again, the amount of shooting that they have on this team, y'all, I think it's going to be a little bit too much for the Connecticut Sun to overcome because, again, like I told y'all a few minutes ago, the Connecticut Sun, they do have trouble at times generating offense. And the Minnesota Lynx, y'all, they never have any trouble scoring the ball because they just have so many elite shooters. And then when you have an all-time great head coach, Cheryl Reeve, y'all, Cheryl Reeve has won 4 WNBA championships, man. So she knows what it takes to win big-time playoff games. I just think, y'all, it's time for the Minnesota Lynx to go back to the finals. And I have the Minnesota Lynx winning this series in 5 games and going back to the WNBA Finals for the first time since 2017, man. So there I have it. There was another episode of Zayden Law Sports Podcast. Remember, y'all, laugh good medicine. So what? Make sure you get your daily dose. Y'all know I'm gonna end it, man. I love y'all. God bless. Peace.